People on Reddit. What makes a girl unattractive instantly? A few weeks ago I sat on a train and this gorgeous woman sits down opposite of me. 2 stops later, a lot of people get on the train and people have to stand at this point. And she actively makes sure her purse is taking up the entire seat next to her. Instantly the ugliest woman on the entire train for me. Have some respect. Flirting with every guy. If you're trying to make me jealous, think that you could have any guy at any time. Congrats, it works, I'm out. Expressing how shallow you are. Someone I was attracted to said something like, my future husband will have a lake house and a boat. One of her friends responded with, or maybe you can find the right person and then pursue that dream together. And she was just like, nah. Being rude or disrespectful without a reason. Roommate had a girl coming over. Her babysitter fell through. She asked if it was okay to bring her kid. Sure, whatever. She comes over. I'm sitting on the couch setting up my new iPad. We all say hi, blah blah. The kid comes over and watches me for a while, then grabs my iPad. I say, oh hey, I'm transferring stuff to it right now. The mom says that's fine. Go ahead, you can play with it, to her kid. Like WTF. Using self-love as an excuse to be narcissistic and shitty. If she keeps trying to get attention by making negative comments after herself for people to say the opposite thing, purely for attention. I broke up with a girl recently and one of the reasons was because she had a cat and she would smell really bad like her cat shit, piss. She would try to cover it up with this body mist stuff she had. Smelled like rubbing alcohol and made me cough a bunch because she would put so much on. This obviously goes for both girls and guys. But when they focus primarily on themselves during a conversation. Was talking to a girl a few months ago. And it eventually just kinda hit me just how much she talked about herself or would steer conversations towards herself and her problems. Not sure how to phrase this, but I dated a girl years ago. She was gorgeous, but that was the extent of her talents. She knew nothing about the outside world. It was so difficult to talk about stuff with her. I don't want to say intelligence because she wasn't dumb, she just didn't care to know about world events. You couldn't debate with her or talk about stuff in depth. That's an instant turn off for me. Oh, and smoking. Largely the same things that make men unattractive. Don't have your shit together and not actively trying. Not taking care of yourself. Bad attitude. Toxic traits. No level of maturity or self-awareness. Not emotionally invested or willing to be vulnerable with others. Sure, attractiveness can mask a lot of these. But there comes a point where they become too obvious and damaging for the people around them. Beyond this, it is subjective. I am over 50. It's rare that women under the age of 30 are attractive to me now. They look so young, and the things they are interested in, I haven't even heard of. As has been said, at some point I stopped looking at the daughters and started being interested in the mums. I guess it's possible that someday I'll be interested in the grandmoms. When they hate things, they hate their job, they hate their body, or their friends. But you suggest making a change and now you're the villain. Spoiled personality. The type of person who is not prepared to handle hardships goes from a 10 to a 0 really fast in my mind. Especially if they cry about it nonstop but won't do anything to fix the issue. If a girl shits on your passion, like one of my best friends is really good at producing and making beats, and his girlfriend at the time told him he is gonna go nowhere in life and his music sucks. He is about to get signed to a music label now, haha. If she has no sense of direction in life or depth of character, that is very unattractive. A personality beyond what's on Netflix and the current buzz on Twitter is what I find attractive. A lot of girls are missing depth and character. A lot of guys too, people in general. People nowadays either lack depth or are too insecure that they hide their depth and passion. I say we all run widely towards who we are in our hearts, and not towards what the masses or apps are screaming we should be. Discover yourself and your direction in this life and don't be afraid to be the good that you are. Have and protect some morals and values. Spend less time on social apps and more time reading and checking in on your loved ones. Give to the less fortunate. Learn a new skill and nerd out over it. Stop updating your story every 20 minutes. Escape the attention economy. Believe in something higher. Look past society. Take accountability for your reality. Love passionately and stand up for good in the world. I was once eating a burger and fries and soda in front of a girl I had been dating for a few weeks. She looks at the food, then looks at me and asks, "Are you gonna work out today?" I was like, okay, by law. I've seen so many comments about being toxic. I have a friend who is really attractive, but has the shittiest personality. Every time we talk to men, they are always like, OMG, I love how you speak your mind and everything. Whilst is just being extremely rude and arrogant. Please explain to me why men think this is attractive and a good personality trait. She was so hot. I got the date. I picked her up. She made fun of a fat stranger and chortled through her nose. I said, GTFO. Playing hard to get. I do not have the energy to deal with pointless shit. Those freaking nails. Long-ass disgusting pathogen traps. Honestly, I really don't like it when a girl says she wants to be abused and beaten. Playing rough, sure, I can get behind that, but it's kind of a turn off for me when they say punch me, strangle me, leave bruises. Creeps me the hell out. This is maybe just me, but girls who love themselves. Not in the I have self-confidence and I'm proud of how I look way, but the I'm so freaking hot, I'm hotter than you and you and you and you type of girl. The annoying thing is that the majority of the time they aren't even good looking. I can appreciate body confidence and being comfortable with your appearance, but not being arrogant and big-headed and rubbing it in people's faces is so freaking stupid. If a girl doesn't take care of themselves or try to make a good impression, to make it clear, women who don't try to look good usually don't have good personalities either. I find that prettier and confident women are much sweeter and more fun to just be with. If a girl dresses in what looks to be in their pajamas and they just have dirty hair, it's just an instant turn off. If a girl spends an hour getting ready, does their hair nicely, picks out a good fit, and does their makeup all to just go to a freaking doctor's appointment, is way more attractive to me. Smoking, body count like a serial killer and giving me headaches. Fake eyelashes, neck tattoo, face tattoo, especially stars, arm sleeve tattoo. Being fat, sorry but you're just gross. Lesbian here. I think being negative is such a turn off. I like a girl that can be like, damn, that situation sucked, but I learned from it and grew, as opposed to being pitiful and spiteful, even just in everyday things. Being rude to people that don't deserve it, or even people who do. Go ahead and be angry, but don't be cruel. Also being a pick-me. I hate that shit. But sweet girls with a good outlook on life and a funny sense of humor is where it's at. Being psychotic. This one girl stole my friend's sweatshirt and violated his personal space. When I went to go grab it back for him, mainly cause he was working on a school-related thing, she said, "What are you going to do? Hit me." I walked right away before I get my life ruined. I later found out that she did this to get back at me. Prosecutors are more so pathetic towards women in that regard, and I didn't want that in my life. She also convinced everyone I liked her when I was not at all interested. My mom said I broke her heart. My friends beside my 3 closest bring her up constantly. Women who abuse their control are horrific. Men who abuse their control are horrific. Abusing control should be a red flag. This isn't anyone's fault because it's their genetics and my personal preference, but little girl voice. For whatever reason, women who have really high-pitched voices or sound like they're permanently stuck in baby talk voice just completely turns me off. Also, a woman once told me I'm not that deep in response to me asking her what she thought about the themes in a movie we watched. I instantly lost all attraction. Thinking you can dictate what I can and can't do. Had an ex that tried to tell me how long I could be on my game when I had to be home after visiting friends. Shit's wild. Bad hygiene and bad manners, like someone who doesn't wipe their mouth while eating. Instant turn off. Bad smell or unkempt hair, instant turn off. Dirty cloths, instant turn off. Bad breath, turn off. It just shows that for someone at my life stage, you lack basic self-care skills when you really shouldn't. Another one is just lack of basic self-management skills. Broke all the time due to overspending. Turn off. Can't keep a job. Turn off. Etc. All for the same reason. You just lack basic skills that you should have at my life stage. She won't let me have sex with her while I have my Lightning McQueen Crocs on.